Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this episode of Rebuilding the Toyota Matrix, we're going to be getting that engine out of there. So let's get to it. So we're back out here with this Toyota Matrix. 2 videos ago, we went ahead and pulled the Toyota Matrix in, diagnosed it, figured out what was wrong with it, and as you might have caught in the previous video, the engine is bad. Timing chain slip or something like that, and it is no good. One piston has no compression. So in the last video, we also went ahead and inspected the brakes. So the brakes are in tip-top shape. It's looking really good. So we're really happy with that. But if you didn't catch that video, you can go ahead and click the link above, and we'll take you there. But in this video, we're going to go ahead and start taking that engine out of there. The engine is obviously bad, like I mentioned, and we're going to need to get that out of there so that way we can put our new one in. So that's the reason the vehicle is up in the air right now. We're going to start by taking out the bottom bell housing bolts, the torque converter bolts, the power steering pump, a bunch of stuff like that to actually get this engine out of here, and so that we can also get the vehicle off the lift too and put it into the middle of the pole barn so we can start working on it, get a little better lighting too. So vehicle's up, we're going to go ahead and start with those things and we'll take you on from there. Alright, so we're now under the vehicle, and like I just mentioned, we're going to go ahead and start with the main components that we can tackle from under the vehicle. So a couple of the first things we're going to do is the exhaust manifold. So the exhaust manifold is held on with 2 bolts on this side, has a little donut gasket that connects the exhaust pipe to the exhaust manifold, and then there's also a couple more bolts holding a bracket that exhaust manifold to the engine. And then we got the power steering pump. We have a few bell housing bolts we can get to underneath here and a torque converter bolt. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle those. We'll go on fast forward. We're gonna be doing that with a lot of the stuff in this video, but we're gonna take you through each process at the same time. We'll make sure you guys can see what's going on and while we're actually doing it. So let's go ahead and get to there. Perfect. Alright, so we went ahead and got everything done underneath here like we mentioned we're going to do, and we added those 2 bolts on the air conditioner, just a lot easier to grab those bottom bolts while we're down here. But a couple funny things that we actually ran into while we were doing this. So missing bell housing bolt, there's one missing on the top and one missing on the bottom. And we also have a missing power steering pump bolt, and on the bell housing, while there might have been a bolt within this spot, I don't believe this is supposed to be well, not on the engine. So piece of the bell housing, they cracked off. So this engine's obviously been out of here before. Must have been a replacement or a reman or something like that, but it seems like a real crack job, whoever did it, because even some of the bell housing bolts were loose, not even tightened. So other than that, we got everything done we needed to under here. We can go ahead and put the wheels back on it, lower it back down, push it on out, and get into the middle of the pole barn. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so you just seen us play musical cars. So the Toyota is now in the middle of the pole barn, and we're ready to work on the top side of it. First thing we're going to do is tackle the air box and any of the components over here on the right side. Get them out of the way. It's mainly just the air box, air induction, and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and start with that, and then we'll pick up right after there. Alright, so it's all nice and easy. Air box, air filter, everything's out, including the air intake hose. We also got out a couple of the small little hoses that go from the intake manifold over to the box. Next, we're going to take off the intake manifold, including the fuel rail, the fuel injectors, just flop those out of the way. Get to the starter, alternator, and air conditioner as well. So just kind of all the front side parts of the engine, get all of them out of the way as much as we can. So let's hit that. Alright, so you just went ahead and seen us take off the intake manifold, the alternator, the air conditioner, the starter. Everything's off and looking really good. Nothing strange in there. It's pretty easy overall. But the next thing we're going to do is focus on the side of the block here next to the bell housing. On the bell housing here we got a couple coolant lines, also ground strap and a few more sensors. After we do that, we're going to go ahead and take off the bell housing bolts at the same time. There's probably about 2 or 3 left maybe. And we're going to leave the exhaust manifold on since we think we're going to be able to tilt this forward and clear it. But we'll deal with that when we're done with those bell housing bolts. Just kind of giving a little thought of what we're thinking about as we're going through this. So we're going to go ahead and work on that bell housing side, take all that loose, and get the engine hoist out and hopefully strap it up and get it on out of here. So let's get to it. So everything's off that we think we need to take off. Next, we're just going to go ahead and get the chain hooked up to it, get a little tension on it, take off this engine mount bracket on the passenger side over here. Then we should be able to separate the engine from the transmission. We need to then make sure the exhaust manifold then comes up out of the exhaust pipe, so that way we don't ruin that donut gasket. And then after that, it should be home free. So let's hope and let's get to it. Alright, as you just saw, engine is out. Everything's looking really clean in there. Actually pretty simple. Kyle had the idea of leaving the exhaust manifold on there, and I really think that was a good idea. Saved a lot of time, and it cleared with no problem. So that was great. Everything's looking good here. It's going to keep leaking. Just need to get this thing down off of here. We need to get the other engine from my house. So I've actually already pulled a new engine from the salvage yard. And it's ready to go back into this car. But first we're going to do that timing chain in it, which is what we're going to do in the next video. But as far as this video goes, I think this is a wrap. We're done for the night. We don't have anything else to do. And we'll catch you in the next one doing that timing chain. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you later.